Good morning, one and all. Myself, Vishal. Today I'm going to speak about web technology and its applications, under which I'm going to speak about HTML forms and CSS forms. HTML forms. HTML forms are a way to collect user input on a website. Forms are used to gather information from users and send that information to a web server for processing. A form consists of one or more form elements that are used to capture user input. Here are some of the commonly used form elements: input, text area, select, radio buttons, checkbox, button. Here we'll discuss each one in detail. Input element used for collecting various types of data such as text, email, password, number, date, etc. Text area used for collecting a large amount of text from the user. Select used to create a drop down list of options for the user to choose from. Radio buttons used to allow the user to select only one option from a set of options. Checkbox used to allow the user to select one or more options from a set of options. Button element used to submit the form or perform the other actions on the page. When the user submits a form, the data entered by the user is sent to the server using a method specified in the form element. The two common methods for sending data are get and post. So we'll see what are get and post methods. The get method sends the data as a part of the URL, while the post method sends the data in the body of the HTTP request. HTML forms can be styled using CSS, cascading style sheets, to make them look more appealing and to match the overall design of the website. They can also be validated using JavaScript to ensure that the data entered by the user is in the correct format before it is submitted to the server. We'll study about the CSS forms. CSS can be used to style and enhance the HTML forms in many ways. Here are some common CSS properties that can be used to style the forms. CSS are mainly used to style and enhance the HTML forms. Some of the common CSS properties are font properties, background properties, border properties, padding and margin properties, box shadow and text shadow properties, opacity property, hover and active states. We'll study each one in detail. Font properties specify that you can use CSS to change the font family, size, color, and weight of the text in form elements. Background properties. You can use CSS to change the background color, image, or gradient of form elements. Border properties. You can use CSS to add or modify the borders around the form elements. Padding and margin properties. You can use CSS to adjust the spacing between form elements and their surrounding content. Box shadow and text shadow properties. You can use CSS to add shadows to form elements. Opacity property. You can use CSS to adjust the transparency of form elements. Hover and active states. You can use CSS to change the appearance of form elements when they are hover or clicked on. In addition to styling form elements, CSS can also be used to create custom form layouts such as multi-column forms or to style form labels and input placeholders. In addition to styling form elements, CSS can also be used to create custom form layouts such as multi-column forms or to style form labels and input placeholders. CSS frameworks such as Bootstrap and Foundation provide pre-built styles and components for creating responsive and visually appealing forms quickly. These frameworks offer a variety of CSS class and styles that can be applied to form elements to achieve a consistent look and feel throughout the website. So I'm creating an application form which includes six fields like USN, first name, last name, grade, address, and section. So if and I'm including a submit button. Okay, I'm creating an HTML application form, exam application form. So the here is a code snippet for this HTML application form. This is the doc type. We have to start with the doc type HTML, HTML body, HTML forms. Form action is equal to action page dot php. Next, we have to create an form. To create an HTML form, we have to include the label. We have to use the label. I'm giving here label for is equal to first name. We have to the input type is a text, and ID is nothing but first name. Okay, in first name box, I'm giving the value as John. Last name same as I'm including label. Okay, in the last name I'm giving Doe, followed by this is the USN. It is an application form. Okay, this is a BR as a break statement. Input type is same text USN. This is a value. This is a value I'm including. This is the section field. Input type is text label. Input type followed by, okay, I'm giving the address field. This is the submit button. I'm giving the paragraph tag. If you click the submit button, the form data will be sent to a page called action page, so which I have included here. So I'm closing the body and I'm closing the HTML tag. So if I run this on a notepad, I'll get the output like this. Okay, this is the HTML form or the application form. This is the first name field. This is the last name field. This is the USN field, section field, gender field, address field. If I click the submit button, it will go to the page which I have included action underscore page dot php. Okay, and thank you.